Hello. Just leaving Strensham Services, 2:21 in the morning. Who wants to be a trucker? I do. Oh.
Recalculating.
M4 shut, as far as I can see at the moment. So I'm going to have to go down through, drop into Hungerford and across to the A34. No brake shakes. And then onto the docks. I'm onto the docks at 5 o'clock.
Take the next left.
Yeah, on the docks at 5. And on the docks at 5. Oh, I'm trying to work out what I'm doing here. On the docks at 5. However long it takes on the docks. Blimey, he's parked a bit up. Yeah, I'm repeating myself and talking shite. On the docks at 5. However long that takes. But you've got to allow 2 hours, box off, box on. And then I've got to be in Ashford in Kent for 9 o'clock. Debatable. Debatable.
Enter the roundabout. Take the first exit.
See all the abnormal boys, they come and park down here on the roundabout. Can't blame them.
Take the first exit towards
loads of them in there.
M5 to the southwest.
So we should get down to should take us around 2 hours. Which means I can get a 45 in before I go on the docks. Or at least a 15 anyway, so we'll see what happens. So yeah, that's the state of play. Going to Ashford, I've been there before. Now I know where I'm going. It's relatively easy to find. First time I went there, I've been there twice I think. First time I went there, no, I think I've only been there once, and I had a job to find it, because where it says, where sat-navs tells you to go, you can look at it and you go, I ain't taking the truck down there. It's on an industrial estate, but it's a really narrow little road. I thought, oh, I don't know about that. So I shot past it. But of course, once I went past it, I had to go miles out of my way to try and turn around to come back. There was nowhere to turn around. So I had to go about 4 or 5 miles, looping myself around to get back to where I was supposed to be. If I remember rightly, they were pretty quick at tipping. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So at least I know where I'm going this time, and I won't go scooting on past it. It's just a bit awkward to get into, if I remember rightly. You can't drive in, you've got a sort of blindside reversing. Yeah. Oh well. No great shakes. Man of my calibre, bound to fuck it up. Anyway, I'll speak to you all later when it's a bit more daylighty and you can see what's going on. Hello. About to go up Birdlip Hill in the dark. This is about as rock and roll as it gets this morning. So flat out at the moment, 52.2. Let's see what it gets down to. I'm empty. Reckon she's going to drop down to then. Bets on. What do you reckon? So we started climbing. Having to work a bit now, maintaining speed. I don't know whether it looks much of a gradient to you or not, but top left hand corner you can see some lights. That's where we're going to, up there. Where the pub is. So we're sort of maintaining speed between 51 and 52 at the moment. Now the gradient's about to kick in. Dropped a cog, 44. Am I going to be overtaken? That's a distinct possibility. Who knows? She's pulling hard. .43. Should drop a cog any second. Come on, about now. There you go. Yeah, being overtaken by another truck. Down to 31. But down to 29. Then I had to hit the brakes because of him.
Enter the roundabout, take the second exit.
Stay in this lane and go all the way round the roundabout.
Take the second exit towards A417 towards Cirencester.
Then we got another climb. This one's a little, well, it's no more of a gradient, but it's a little worse because you're starting from a standing start. Pulling. .36. 10th. Up into 11th, 40 mile an hour. Soon be cresting. Still a bit of a climb going on up here. Not much, no. Sort of leveling out a bit now. Ah. That's us. Done and dusted. So that was rock and roll, wasn't it? My excitement for the morning. Speak to you later. Hello. She's fucking heavy. Coming out of Ranham's, heading towards Ashford. Time 7:04. Just got off the docks. Got on the docks at 5. Got off at 7. Got delayed. Got pulled by border force. It was me and the bloke in front of me. Both got pulled in, which is pretty rare. Even they said it was pretty rare. They detected radiation, but they so they pull you in, and they got this whizzing machine. So they one bit of kit. They're both handheld bits of kit, and one of them tells them whereabouts in the box it is, roughly. So they knew that it was towards the back end, whatever it was that was causing the radiation. And then another bit of kit, they hold up against the box. This is all done from the outside of the box.
Right,
Don't go in it.
N27.
And it measures the radiation, and from that it can measure. It'll tell them what the item is, or well, what it's likely to be. So you know, because everything has a different radiation signature. And I've got ceramic ware on board, so obviously it's there is something to do with maybe the soil or the clay that was used or something along those lines. But they said, yeah, no, it's fine, on you go. So I was only in about 10-15 minutes, but it's quite interesting chatting to them.
Recalculating.
It's recalculating. Going up the M3. So I stopped at Ranham's to sort myself out, make a cup of coffee. Keep yourself fortified with Jaffa cakes on the way up. Going to be pushing hard going downhill, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on her today. She's maxed out. We're going to be on and off the afterburners all the way up today. So when you're fully freighted, it's so easy to pick a bit of speed up. up already.
Keep right towards M3 towards London.
So the route really is M3, M25, M20, junction 9, I want to say, but I can't remember. And it's head south into Ashford. And away we go. And she tends to seesaw her back when she's heavy like this. Tired, I started at 2 o'clock this morning. See where we get to tonight. We might make it back to the yard. Don't really want to be back in the yard, but I rarely go to the yard, to be fair, so if I end up having a night in there, it's no great shakes. There we go, fuck Wittery. Look at these cars diving in front of the truck there. But see, what people don't realise is that, yeah, you know, you dive in front of me and slam the brakes on, I ain't got no chance, there's no chance of me stopping. By the time I'm stopped, my back wheels, I would have gone right over the top, yeah, and I'd have stopped with my back wheels resting on your bonnet. That's the problems that we have. So yeah, you cut in front of a truck. But if things all go a bit pear-shaped, kiss your ass goodbye. So she's going to be working hard. Fuel consumption's going to be right down. Was at the start of this 10.3 now. We've lost probably lost a little bit. Interesting to see what it is when I get to Ashford. Still 12 degrees down here, nice and warm, still in my shorts. Go afterburners. She's having to be held back. Fast down the hills and then slow up them. Sounds like the story of my life, that does. Well, my old life. Going downhill fast, and it took ages to get back up the hill. I was going to talk about that. There's a couple of things I mean to talk about. In the new year, I've set about, over Christmas and that, I'll write a list out of things that I want to I want to talk about. Because there are a couple. I've got something, well, exciting for me. May not be exciting for you, but it's exciting for me to talk about. But I just got to wait for that to happen. I know we all get tired of talking about mental health, but you know, amongst the people that have served the veteran community, there's something like one veteran dies a day. That ain't right. That's not right. That wasn't right either. So I want to talk a little bit about mental health and my own mental health. I mean, I've struggled in the past. I'm more or less holding it back again. Here we go. I know how to sort of deal with it and keep on top of it these days. You know, I've learned. But I've been in some dark places. Talk a little bit about tramping, I suppose. Yeah. What it means and what it takes. What you have to give up. You know, it's a way of life, you know. I left home Sunday morning, and I'm gonna get home Friday night. I get home Friday night, I have Saturday off, and then Sunday I'm back out on the road again. Oh, she's off again, look. You know, and then Sunday I'm back out again. So, yeah. Vibration, I don't know whether you'll hear that or not. I've got no idea where it's coming from. This whole tub vibrates. You know, she's got 472,000 kilometres on the clock. You'd vibrate a bit. 35 mile an hour, look. 34, 10th gear. And a vibration. Puncture. Picking up speed yet again. As I go up this next hill, I've got to get into the right hand lane because it splits. A34 left hand lane, M3 will be the two right hand lanes, but sort of got to get down here a little bit and then up round there, otherwise the speed I'll be going I can let her run on. I've got to think about. See, look at the space he gives me there. Nothing. I bet the bastard slows down. Yep. He is. So I've had to hit the brakes because he's slowing down. He's let me out. But I'm down to 41 mile an hour now. driver was a bit naughty and unless he didn't realise till the last minute. Don't know if you saw that. I mean, if it was me, I'd have been in that left-hand lane. As it was, he came up here, come across really late. Now he's in that right-hand lane, hanging himself out to dry. Unless, of course, he's going right. But unlikely. I'm amazed at this video because it just shows. Well, it looks quite light, doesn't it? It's not. It's still dark. And obviously, I'm not on main beam. And I've been waffling on for enough, so I'll speak to you all later. Hello. Time now 8:55. Got about 35 miles to go, so I'm not going to be too late. What can you do? I've come straight here from Randoms, haven't stopped. Grey old day, but at least it's dry. A few bits of fuckwettery on the way down. Just people being people really. Not giving you enough space, cutting in, pulling in front of you and then slowing down for no apparent reason. Just general poor driving and not aware of your surroundings and what's going on around and how you drive and how it can affect other people around you. So we're now currently on the M20, I think. M20 southbound. Just looking at the trees here, there's very few leaves left now. Just a few. So yeah, that's more or less it on the old leaf. The leaves. Still coughing. I listened to the radio and they had a doctor on from belonging to one of the doctors and nurses associations, and I got they're really worried. They're really worried that they're not going to be able to cope, and it's not because of the amount of yes, the amount of cases that are going in doesn't help, but what they're saying is that their members are catching it. The doctors and nurses, and this is something we don't take into consideration, I don't think. Doctors and nurses are getting pinged, or they're catching it because the new strain is so highly transmissible. And they're having to be off, and of course that has a detrimental effect. You can't just, they're working to full stretch with what they've got at the moment. If you take in, like she said, where I am, we've just lost 10%. If that doubles, and that's supposed to double, that's the problem that we're faced with, because you're off now for 10 days. And that's the problem. It's not it's not the amount of people going into hospital that clearly doesn't help, but it's how many people they have that can physically look after you. That's where the problem is, and that's why they want to keep the numbers down, and that's why there should be some restrictions in place. Well, there are, but they're not enough in my book. My missus, the gorgeous Kira, she's cancelled. They had their works Christmas do, I think, tonight. Supposed to be. That's gone out the window. Yeah, that's been cancelled. So, I say it's a shame, but you've got to put your health first, haven't you? For Christmas Day at the moment, we've got 3 households coming together as it stands today. We're going to request that everybody does a lateral flow test. So we've got people coming from South London, and Kira's mum, who live 10 minutes down the road from us, so they're where we are. If anyone tests positive, it doesn't happen. Well, that family group doesn't mix. So we're going to see what happens, but that does rely on everyone taking the lateral flow test. Yeah. But it's something that needs to be addressed. I certainly don't want to be off of it. Having had it and know how it feels, I feel quite strongly about it now. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's going to be a few problems over the next couple of weeks, I reckon. Don't know. For those that have been watching for a little while, I made a couple of predictions a little while back. Firstly, that I know this has got nothing to do with trucking, by the way. So those who this is just me ranting on like I do. But that's what this is all about. Yeah, a couple of predictions. First prediction was the inflation. I reckon by April next year will be 8%. It's already 4.5%, 5% now. And interest rates, I reckon, will go up. I'm predicting 2% by the end of next year. Well, they got they're making an announcement today at 12 o'clock. It won't go up by much if they do go up, but it's the only way to stem inflation. So they put them up a little bit, inflation will still go up. Put them up a little bit, inflation will still go up. Unless you put them up quite a bit, then inflation will come down. But they aren't going to do that, because that would... it's a double... It's just nightmarish, isn't it? So actually I'm on the M26 now, it joins the M20, or it's the M20 that joins the M26. I don't know. Don't really care. So this is the way you'd go as if you're going on a Channel Tunnel. I see the French have changed the rules on entering France now. If you're going for holiday, forget it. You can only go there if you live there, or you have a place of residency. Or, what was the other reason? Or you're French, or yeah. Or you are, yeah. Or you have a French residency. Or you live there. So let's see what this sign says down here actually. It says travel to France. Where's he going? Travel to France, COVID test, please check. Right behind me, he's flashing his lights. What are you flashing your lights for? Probably thought I was coming out. I was going to get down a bit further before I did that. Now I'll come on out. Behind me's letting me out. Sneak on in here. A little bit close, so we just back off a bit. 9. I think that's where we're going. Junction 9. 24 minutes. Oh, grey old day. Old mistletoe up in those trees there, well, that won't be getting a lot of cutting this year, will it? Well, you wouldn't want to be a mistletoe salesman at the moment. That's one job that's what more or less gone out the window, isn't it? Strange times we live in. Strange times indeed. So for all of you new followers, just a little update. Thank you very much for subscribing, by the way. It's very kind of you. The reason I do these videos, it's not to highlight the plight of the poor trucker. Well, it is a little bit, I suppose, but really, it's all to do with me. It's all about me. Me. I have this fear that around 20 years time I'm going to have no memory, because my memory at the moment is shocking. I write a list of things down that I want to talk to the gorgeous Kira about at night when I phone her up, because we speak every night, and if I don't write them down I won't remember them. And there's been, 2 or 3 times I've gone, oh, I should have said that. And it's the same thing, I just can't remember to say it. So I write it all down there. That's if I remember to write it down. Because I like to say things and go, oh, I better write that down. And of course, I'm driving, so I can't. Then I forget to write it down. Then the next day I go, oh, yeah, I should have said that. Ugh. So I thought I'd start doing, like, videos of what I do and how I do it, and a bit about me. So in a few years' time, somebody can go, look, here you are, you dopey old sod. This is what you used to be like. And I can go, bloke's an idiot. What? That's not me. It can't be me. And that's why I do it. And I just feel very, quite humbled that some of you watch and contribute on a regular basis. It's really nice, thank you. So yeah, feel free to leave me a message. I do try to answer them. I don't always, but I do try. I've tried the last, since I've been back, to try and upload on the road, but that really does depend on A, internet signal, and B, how knackered I am once I've pulled over. So I managed to get a couple up, and I reckon I might even get, so that I try to keep up to date, because I found I nearly got 2 weeks behind at one stage, and it's like, but it doesn't matter to me personally, because it's just something I can watch at a later date anyway. But for those that do, bother their asses and watch what I do on a regular basis, I'll talk about things that are going on that are topical, that are in the news and shit like that. Am I going the right way? Yeah. So yeah, so only being a couple of days out of date isn't too bad. Got pulled out the docks. I come out of the docks today. I got pulled over by Border Force, me and the truck in front. So you go into this hangar, and the bloke in front of me obviously went in first. It's only a 1 bay hangar. And then the guys come up to me and said, yeah, nothing to worry about. We're just having a quick check, and you've been pinged for radiation. Radiation? what sort of radiation? He said, well, nothing to worry about, but we need to check it. Okay then. So anyway, have I already said this? I think I have. So I'm not going to... See, that's what I mean. I can't remember whether I've said something less than an hour ago, or if I'm me, or I can't remember what I'm saying. But you get the gist. So anyway, I'm not going to repeat that story in case I have already said it. But if I haven't already said it, because I can't remember whether I did talk about it or not, a little teaser for you. Works both ways. Hey. Oh my God. You can see now why I do these videos. I can't remember fuck all. And I'm coughing. I think I've told you that plenty of times though. Oh, still feels that someone stood on my chest. Jeez. I thought this morning that it eased a bit, but as the morning's progressed, no, it's back to normal now. I don't know. Anyway, I've waffled on enough. That's enough bollocks for me for a bit. I'll probably put you on as I come out, trying to concentrate on where I'm going now, otherwise I'll be knackered. But like I said, been here before, so I know where I'm going, exactly where I'm going. Yeah, stay in this lane. And yeah, I'll speak to you all later on. Hello, that's me clear, 11:27. Yeah, they're all right in there. Bit naughty getting in and out though. You're a bit stuffed for parking and waiting, and I was lucky on that occasion that there was a space for me to park, and as soon as the other truck left I could slot into his space and I got out all right. But it was you don't want, a bloke who come in after me, he met another truck coming the other way, so they were like head on to each other. There's no room to move, and he couldn't go where I wanted to go, where I was, because I was there, I was the only parking. So he had to block the road up for about 5 minutes until the other bloke left. But if he'd have got half hour early, he'd have had to, I don't know what he'd have done, waited around for, I don't know, just block the road up. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, there's a 432 down on this roundabout. See this armoured personnel carrier?
Enter the roundabout, take the second exit.
If anybody knows why it's stuck on a roundabout in Ashford, let me know. We had those with all the signals gear on the top and inside. My cans are flapping about. Yeah, so if anyone knows why that 432 is there, let me know. But they're designed and built in Ashford, I've got no idea. It's the sort of hill you don't want to be rolling back on. And whilst I was there, I managed the old the lady in the van with the sandwiches, the sandwich lady came round, so I managed to get a ham and coleslaw sandwich, which was pretty nice. There's all cows in that field. Well, that roundabout, look, girt black ones, dressed up. Is it cows? Pulling a sleigh. They are cows though, aren't they? They ain't a reindeer.
Enter the
Why
roundabout.
would you have
Take
cows?
the second exit. Take the second exit onto Fougères Way.
We didn't get far between those lights, do we? Well, I reckon I'll get the fleet and that'll be about my lot. Back on the M20. His light's going to change.
Enter the roundabout. Take the first exit.
It'll be a bit of a slog up this hill if you fully loaded. So I've got a video going up as we speak. There we go, just make sure there's no fuckery going on. All done and dusted. Set the cruise. And away we go, speed on. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going to stop. Started at 2 this morning, it's 11:30. I'm going to stop, take a bit of a break. Probably at Clackett. And then we'll see where we go from there. Probably get the fleet, yeah. I think I just said that, I'm repeating myself. So I'll speak to you all later. Hello! Oh, blimey, still coughing. 13:37. M3 southbound. About 7 miles from Fleet Services, just over 7 miles. Which is where I'm going to be finishing for the day. Plan for tomorrow, head down to Southampton, 3 o'clock on the docks. I should be off for 5, so I've got to be in Chessington, South London for 7. That gives me plenty of time. Plenty of time. And then hopefully, even if it's a 4-hour tip, I should be done by about 2-3 o'clock tomorrow. Should be. Worst case scenario. So yeah, that's the plan. I just got to phone them back and let them know what time I want on the docks, which I reckon will be 3 o'clock. Keep everything straight. Job's a good one. So I'll just leave you on now, just coming down the M3. I've got to move over one. dickhead tried to not let me out, and he was clearly going down into that lane anyway. I wasn't having any of it. Dry day, lot of motorbikes out today. Looking forward to pulling over. Tired. Want to go in and pay. Get a video going. Have a snooze. Wake up, have something to eat, go back to bed. That's my life. Still want to be a trucker? Oh, not far to go. Just over 4 miles. Got my Hoover charging, can have a bit of a Hoover up. Tiny tipper. Well, it's the standard 40 footer tomorrow. Ah. Oh, the breakdown truck's broken down. Nearly there. Now, this time of day, it can either be really busy because everyone's stopped for their lunch, or it can be really quiet. You never can tell. But you got to pick your spot in Fleet so you don't get blocked in. Should be alright. 1:45. Yeah, when I pulled out of Strensham services this morning, there was a few empty spaces, and I don't think it was because they left early, because I left it just after 2, didn't I? You know, that's pretty early. So, but there was a space directly to my left, and I don't think there was anyone in there all night. And then further on down there was 3 or 4 spaces. I just, yeah, strange. Because I've been in there before, a few weeks back, I couldn't even park at about 5 o'clock in the morning to get a 45-minute break in. It was mobbed. And at 5, 6 o'clock, you'd have thought that some of them would have left by then. So, yeah, strange. I just wonder if everything's biting a bit hard and people have either taken a couple of weeks off holiday now, or they're being hit hard. I don't know. We'll see how busy it is tonight in here. Right, here we go. Burners on.
Recalculating.
So you stay there, my man. Hold on. Couple of trucks behind me, so I can't muck about. It is actually looking a little busy in here. Go over here. It's down here. This is the right sort of spot for me. And even if that one stays there, I can still get out. Yeah, we're in business. This is it. Straight into a spot, no mucking around, eh? Impressed? Yeah. Yeah, let's, oh, what's he doing there? Tell you what, scaffold boys, they don't care about they park anywhere. It's not even in a bay, anywhere near a bay. Anyway, I'll speak to you all later. I'm going to get myself sorted out here. Well, it'll be tomorrow morning, I suspect. Anyway, have a good one.